Now, to understand the Odyssey, it's important to understand all the different characters. So I kind of made 3 different charts for you. It's really important to kind of understand how they're all related versus how to spell everything and their exact. So the most important character, of course, is Odysseus, which is very confusing to spell. Hopefully you'll get it down. He is the protagonist. He is very flawed, as you'll see. Number 1 flaw would be arrogance. Number 2, he is very timid. He is also a wonderful soldier, and he is the rightful king of Ithaca, which is in ancient Greece. Now, before he left for Troy, he had kind of a Lion King moment because Penelope gave birth to his son Telemachus. Now, Telemachus is the only son of Odysseus, which of course would be important later on when the suitors are trying to overtake the kingdom. Both Penelope and Telemachus, as you will see, are very, very loyal to their husband and father. Now, some of them are not as loyal. We have his shipmates and the former servants and nurse. They have names in the book. In the movie, there's some mention of names, but it's not really important. What is important is who is loyal and who is not, and you will see. Now, throughout this 10-year journey home, Odysseus needs to gain friendships, and he is also going to face many enemies. Now, I didn't separate this between good and bad because there really is no good versus bad. It's just really the allies, the people, or I should say the gods and goddesses who help, and those who do not. Now, there are more than just on this list, but these are the most important ones to understand, at least in terms of the book. Now, the movie's a little bit different, but it generally follows the same pattern. So first we have Zeus. Zeus is the most powerful god, never seen by anyone, but he orders people around. So when they mention his name, the person has to do whatever he asks. We have Athena. Athena, luckily, likes Odysseus very much. She is the goddess of war and wisdom, and she is Zeus's daughter, all which are very favorable to Odysseus and his fate. You will see her pop in and out throughout the movie, both to Odysseus and to Telemachus. Tiresias, hard to say, hard to spell. What you need to know about this guy is he is always right. He is dead, so he lives in the land of the dead. Odysseus is going to have a visit with him, which is a little bit more ominous in the movie, but he is going to give some very good advice. Finally, we have Hermes. Hermes is Zeus's messenger. Think like a male Tinkerbell or Cupid, just with no arrows. He is a physical representation of Zeus, so whenever he is seen, the person or the god or goddess knows they are in trouble or they are going to be helped. On to the adversaries, which are not in order. But these are all the different gods and goddesses which will provide lots of trouble for Odysseus. First, we have Calypso. In the book, she captures him for 7 years. In the movie, it only has to be 5 because of the timeline, but it doesn't really make a difference. What does is the fact that Odysseus has to make a decision because he has to decide if he wants to stay with her or to return home. Poseidon perhaps is his number 1 enemy if we were to rank them. He's an angry sea god, and he hates Odysseus because of what Odysseus did during the Trojan War, which you will see early on in the movie. Now, because of this, or at least as the movie emphasizes, this is the first and foremost reason why Odysseus can't get home. Finally, on the slide, we have Poseidon's son, the Cyclops, Polyphemus. Now, in the movie version, this is the first monster you will see. He is a one-eyed giant, which you've probably seen in many other movies. In the book, it is about 2 or 3 stories in, but is by far the most popular story out there. And last, these are other adversaries. One on the top left, we have various suitors. I call them suitors because, well, that's what the book calls them. You can call them what you like. Some of them have names, and they are mentioned here and there. But what really is important to understand about these people is they will do whatever it takes to gain this kingdom. They want to marry Penelope, obviously not because they care about her, but because they want her riches and they want the title. We have Charybdis, not Charybdis. She is a female monster. Think kind of like a big hole in the water who just sucks in the ship, and she eats all the men. On the right-hand side, we have Circe. Circe looks like Circe without the L. She is sort of like Calypso. In the book, she captures Odysseus' men and turns them into pigs for 3 years. However, in the movie, it is quite different. She does not. She captures them for 5 years, and she turns them into various animals. Finally, we have Scylla. Scylla is a female six-headed serpent. She lives in a cave, very secluded. In the movie, I guess the special effects couldn't handle that, so she has 3 heads, not 6. And that is the end of these notes.